Model by Day, starring Shannon Tweed. Friday at 9 on ATV.
I think our number one
Tough new rules for immigrant criminals. The prosecution draws first blood in the O.J. Simpson case. And a new solution for dogs on a downer.
CTV News with Lloyd Robertson.
Good evening. A special squad of Mounties is going to start hunting down foreign criminals in Canada. And Ottawa says the criminals will be sent back where they came from. The government announced a crackdown today on foreigners who break the laws of this country. It also announced other changes in immigration policy that mean some would-be refugees will be able to stay. But as CTV's Colin Gray reports, the government is bringing in tougher rules for people ordered out of Canada.
Ready, because I keep saying that I can't have his death be in vain.
Joy Malvin, CTV News, Niagara Falls.
And there was another development today, and chopping some jobs with them. And it says there will be more cuts in the future. For now, 15 government agencies are being closed, including groups such as the Canada-Norway Sealing Commission. The government is also cutting back the number of directors in organizations like the CBC, the Canada Council, and the Advisory Council on the Status of Women. It says 140 government appointments are being eliminated. Conservative senators have at least temporarily blocked one of the Liberal government's...
Developers agreed to put up millions to expand the aging facility in return for a share of the profits.
Right Honorable Prime Minister.
The Liberals didn't think the numbers added up in favor of taxpayers, so they made good their election promise to cancel the deal. Tory senators objected because the legislation took away the developers' right to sue if they reject the government's compensation package.
If this bill goes through, the public will be concerned that whenever it enters into a contract with the government, the government can unilaterally cancel it and not give an opportunity for the public to go to court.
Liberals accused the Tories of simply trying to protect their friends in the airport consortium at taxpayers' expense.
It will negotiate with them for out-of-pocket expenses. It is not getting into hypothetical profit loss or lobbyist fees, and that is what we object to strongly about those amendments.
Prime Minister Chrétien tossed aside the Tory amendments during his stopover in Rome.
They can cry and pray for their friends who were the lobbyists, but I don't cry about it. We will come back in the fall and we'll fix it.
When the Prime Minister says he'll fix it, he means the House of Commons will be asked once again to pass the bill without amendment, leaving Tory senators open once again to the accusation they're simply trying to undo the results of last year's election. Dave Wren, CTV News, Ottawa.
Prime Minister Chrétien's comment on the Senate was his only concession to domestic politics today. He had a pressing engagement in Rome, a controversial issue at the Vatican. The papal audience was Chrétien's last official engagement before the start of the G7 Economic Summit in Naples. And still to come in tonight's news, the O.J. Simpson defense team is tackled for a loss. The prosecution gets a break as the bloody evidence piles up in Los Angeles.
Welcome to Movie News for the week of July 4th. I'm Patrick Van Horn. This week, Pittsburgh's Three Rivers Stadium is being transformed into the world's largest movie theater for Sunday's Major League Baseball all-star premiere of Disney's Angels in the Outfield.
Holy cow!
Audiences everywhere can catch a special sneak preview this weekend. In the romantic comedy I Love Trouble, stars Julia Roberts and Nick Nolte share some breathtaking scenes. Stunt coordinator Jack Gill was impressed with the actors' willingness to do their own stunts.
They were very eager to try and do as much as they could, and that's a big help.
That was terribly exciting.
I Love Trouble is now playing. Meanwhile, back in the jungle, Disney's The Lion King continues to shatter box office records. With over $33 million in sales, The Lion King just became the highest-grossing film ever for a 4th of July weekend and has earned over $100 million in only 11 days.
Wow!
The Lion King is now playing. For Movie News, I'm Patrick Van Horn.
The O.J. Simpson case took yet another dramatic turn.
To relax, slow down a bit. So his doctor gave him a prescription, and he's now on Prozac. Tank is another canine in crisis. Lethargic, lonely, and depressed, he's been licking himself so compulsively that his skin is raw and infected.
We're going to start him on a little bit of Prozac to see if we can't get him from going after it.
Steve Melman has been putting puppies on Prozac for years, convinced that the popular antidepressant works on some animals just as well as it does on humans.
These dogs may be subject to boredom more than others. So maybe they get bored.
After the diagnosis, Tank gets his first dose of Prozac, a prescription that will cost his master a small fortune each month.
35 tablets were $77.82.
Morgan has been on Prozac for several months, and according to her owner, is happy, mellow, and no longer chewing her body to the bone.
And she's just a happy puppy with happy skin.
While Prozac has been used with some success on dogs, it is still experimental and in some cases dangerous. If given to cats, for example, the drug can be fatal. One man gave Prozac to a bird suffering from a feather plucking disorder. Instead of feeling better, the bird had a heart attack and died.
Under no circumstances should an animal be given Prozac or any other drug without professional supervision, and experts caution that there is no quick fix.
I think we need to listen to pets before the pets start listening to Prozac.
The U.S. Humane Society even gets inquiries asking if there's a pill that will stop pets from annoying their owners. In some cases, said one official, it's not the pets who need the Prozac. Jim O'Connell, CTV News in Washington.
That's Canada Day has been on this July the 7th. Tomorrow on Canada AM. The stage is alive with the sound of Marie Osmond in The Sound of Music. And on CTV News tomorrow night, riding high on the Friday File, the one and only Bike Tree. I'm Lloyd Robertson for all of us here at CTV News. Good night.
CTV News, making your world make sense.